I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, so please join now and help me get over that bump. I'm working on a brand new Hoffman Dreadnought. With the neck set and the frets dressed, it is time to make the bridge and then shape the profile. One detail to note here, the jig I use for shaping the profile only cuts half of the bridge at a time. This ensures that the two sides of the bridge are always perfectly symmetrical, as both halves are cut on the same curve. I do this on our spindle shaper, which is kind of like a router table in the same way that a semi-truck is kind of like a Honda Civic. Superficial similarities aside, one uses a much larger motor to put out enough power to end your life if you mess up, but can also do a lot more work in a much shorter time. The basic shape of the top is sanded with a belt sander and then refined with files before finishing with sandpaper and steel wool. The top of the bridges my father designed has a complex three-dimensional shape. This can make clamping a challenge, so I resort to a technique I learned from Richard Snyder. Richard was one of the most influential luthiers of the last 50 years or so, at least in the small shop boutique guitar world. He was the co-designer and builder of the first Kasha-style guitars. These guitars never really captured the guitar buying market's imagination, but Richard was tremendously influential amongst guitar builders. He pioneered a lot of design philosophies and building techniques which are widely used today. The rigid foam cauls I use on bridges with more complex shapes comes from an article he wrote for the old Luthier's Mercantile catalog. The material he used went by a different name, but it worked the same way. These cauls take very little time to make, are quite robust, and make clamping these bridges easy, either with C-clamp or with vacuum clamping, which is another technique Richard pioneered. I make these cauls before I drill the bridge pins as they can otherwise get stuck together during molding. The bridge is carefully aligned with the guitar using transfer tape to draw lines on the top without damaging the finish. This way I can accurately lay out the location of the outer bridge pins. The rest of the string spacing is then laid out using proportional dividers and transferred to the curve line that we use for our bridge pins. We use this arc for a couple of reasons. First of all, because we think it looks good, but more importantly, because placing them this way moves them off the same grain lines in the bridge, which helps to avoid one of the most common ways a bridge can fail, a crack through the bridge pin holes. Because of the complex bridge, these holes are drilled at an angle to the face of the guitar, which keeps the pins running square to the face of the bridge. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment with any questions about my work. We have t-shirts available on our website and can do same-day setups on Saturdays. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and enjoy your guitar. You upset that Aaron's outside? Yeah, don't worry. He'll come back in. And if he doesn't, I will happily take you home and take care of you because you're a very delightful dog.